So you're not actually sure what my talk's about, but it's absolutely blatantly obvious. It's about security, and then emoji leads to explosions. Because I'm going to show you how to hack with emoji. It's going to be fun. So, hi, I'm Katie. You may know me as that emoji person that goes around speaking a lot about emoji. It's a really great talk title. It sounds super technical. The Power and Responsibility of Unicode Adoption. It's been a talk that I've been giving for about a year now, except that's not the talk title. That's the talk title. The Power, Lightning Bolt, and Responsibility Sweat Dropping from Face of a Unicode Adoption Sparkles. That's a mouthful. However, you know how fun it is trying to get emoji in a talk title on like every CFP software ever? It's wonderful. The first time I gave this talk, it's like, hi, you've been accepted. Here's your talk title. And it stopped halfway through the talk title. So that's fun. I've had validation input errors where it's like, hi, you might have mathematical symbols, and this is the mathematical symbol that you can't have in your talk. That's fine. Some places will let me have emoji in the description, but not in the title. So that's annoying. CrikeyCon, love them. That's, yeah, what they got back. Yeah, so that was fun. Sometimes it just works though. So this is PyCon AU, and it works. Except when they try to print it out, it doesn't. Or when the AV tried to print it out, I had a wonderful session chair that read out my talk title as the Power Square and Responsibility Square of Unicode Adoption Square, because that's what she had. So, oh yeah, and then printed leaflets that's all shiny and stuff, and then there's just a square in the middle of it. They didn't like me for that one. Sometimes they just ignore it altogether, but luckily I have emoji stickers, so I just added them. So that's great. This one here looks pretty good. It's over on the wall there, except everything else has been in color, and that's not. It's always fun when it's a digital board because it's coming up with weird variations, including Mole Man. I can tell you exactly what operating system this is running, literally based on what emoji it's showing, because that is the Windows 8.0 implementation of the face with sweat dropping. Because every version of Windows has changed their emoji since. Most versions of Android have also changed their emoji. So if you throw this at something and then read it back, you can tell exactly what version is down to the minor version. So that's fine. We can introspect exactly what operating system things are running in conference centers. But I don't do this on purpose. The full talk mentions the fact that like you need to have Unicode adoption because otherwise like half the world can't use your systems if they can't write their name in your systems. But I swear I don't do this on purpose, especially when this happens. So this is a great big billboard in the Melbourne Convention and Entertainment Centre, which was showing tweets. And the tweet that they showed for me looked a bit weird. So this is the string that was showing up. And given that, well, I do a bit of Unicode, let's try to maybe split out some of the Unicode a bit. And then let's take it from UTF-8 to UTF thing. And then work out that it's that emoji because that's the tweet that I had. The two ends on the end are the two new lines. Yeah, so I don't do this on purpose. Sometimes it's the software that can't handle Unicode. So then you get thinking, well, how can we have fun with this? So can we hack with emoji? Well, it depends. It depends on what you class as hacking and what you class as emoji. These aren't emoji. These are emoticons. If you're downloading random MSIs or EXEs to try to get the cool, hip, animated GIFs into your Pigeon client, that's not hacking. That's you not understanding that you really shouldn't download random EXEs to try to get animated GIFs into your imaging software, into messaging software. So that's fine. But there have been issues with emoji on Apple especially, but it's not technically hacking. Let me show you. Who's familiar with this new emoji that's recently come out? Excellent. I get to explain it. So this is the pride flag. This is a vendor-adopted emoji, which is the combination of the white flag, a zero-width joiner, and rainbow. So you put them together, and you get this. However, instead of sending a combination of this set, you send the white flag, a zero, and a rainbow until it was patched a couple of weeks ago. Apple phones did that. But that's not hacking, that's just a very, very small denial of service. But this isn't the first time that's happened with Apple phones especially. The effective power bug was interesting. The same sort of thing, you get this message and everything breaks. This is the message. Effective power doesn't really mean anything, it's just padding. But when you get over to this stuff over here, this doesn't make any sense in the language of origin. And when you have the notification drop-downs and pop-ups, and it starts truncating based on character length, and you have combinations of characters, well, when you truncate it, it gets longer, and then the entire phone explodes. Not really explodes, just restarts, but you know, explosions are fun. But that's just mobile and stuff. But on the web, yes. That's a real URL. Spoonemoji.ws is absolutely real. There's an entire RFC that defines how you denote Unicode characters in a Latin 1 code set to be able to use it, which means that that's actually that URL, because if anyone who doesn't have Latin characters in their alphabet wants to use the internet and have domains with their name, you have to be able to have those characters, so that's fine. There's also, you can have actual emoji in the middle of query strings. That's absolutely valid in the HTML standard. But this is fun. Now, say you're on a mobile phone and it cuts off, say, here, and all of a sudden you think that this is a totally secure Google website, right? No, because right to left characters are a thing, so that's actually what it's displaying. But in there's a hidden right to left character, so it flips the entire string around. But it's a padlock, it's totally secure, right? This has been patched, don't worry. Yes, so that wasn't really hacking stuff because it was just restarting your phone. This is hacking. This is anatomy of a critical security bug, which was literally commented in the code as this will destroy the world. Who here runs any WordPress sites? Excellent. Who here runs MySQL? Excellent. Keep listening. So, anyone who runs MySQL should have strict tables enabled. If you don't have strict tables enabled, MySQL has interesting interpretations of data sanctity. So, I can break your entire MySQL database using just that character, but not that character. These are two separate smiles. The one on the left is the original Unicode 1.1 smile. The one on the right is a Unicode 7.0 slightly smiling face, and they have different code points. One of them is 3 bytes. One of them is 4 bytes. The 4-byte one is the one that gets you into trouble. So, say you have a WordPress blog, and you have comments enabled on this WordPress blog, and you have some Markdown enabled on this WordPress blog commenting system, and you put a 4-byte character emoji in the middle of your alt tag on, say, a quote thing, and you don't have strict tables enabled on MySQL. And by default, MySQL automatically drops anything after a 4-byte character. You end up getting that in your database. And that's fine. I mean, that's fine, right? That'll pass client-side parsing because it's a complete tag. That's fine. But it stores into the database like that. And then you can just put this in as the next comment. And that's totally fine client-side because it's not a real script tag because it doesn't have the opening and the script tag. So that's totally fine. Well, no, because we had the start of the script tag in the last comment. And this new comment means that when you render all the comments on a particular post, you end up injecting the script tag on the page, even though everything was valid. And so your entire thing explodes because cross-site scripting. This is the CVE. If you're running WordPress 4.2 or above, you're fine. If not, patch your shit. Just patch it. You get new emoji, especially if you update your mobile phones and your operating systems, but security patches, but you also get new emoji, and you also make it so people can't accidentally exploit your website. And if you're using MySQL, please enable strict tables. Just enable strict tables. It makes everyone's lives easier. And that's just like one of the things that I've found, which is lots of fun. So in between restarting your phones, in between circumventing data sanctity injections, in between all this other stuff, I mean, there's absolutely nothing else that could hurt you with Unicode when people can't handle it right? Sleep well.